Okay, here we go again to our video lesson on Venn diagram. So, we are now on our 6th video lesson. So again, I am Ma'am Bernadette C. Regalado, or you can call me Ma'am Badet. Let's go back to our Module 3, Venn diagram. For our content standard, the learner demonstrates the key concepts of sets. Performance standard, the learner is able to formulate challenging situations involving sets and solve this in the variety of strategies. Under component, it is on number sense. So again, for the competency, solve problems involving sets with the use of Venn diagram. So the general objectives for Module 3, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to, number 1, describe and illustrate sets, subsets, and universal sets using Venn diagram. Next, represent operations on sets using Venn diagram. 3. Solve problems involving two sets using Venn diagram. And number 4, appreciate the importance of Venn diagram in real-life situations. So I hope you will learn all of this at the end of the lesson on Module 3. Okay, let's start the lesson with this one. Suppose there are 3 sets. So we have here set A, Naga City. Set B, schools located at Peña Francia, Naga City. So what are the schools? So think of it. Set C, we have here the Camarines Sur National High School. So, question, how can I combine the 3 sets in one diagram? So, do you have any idea? How can I combine set A to set B to set C? Okay. What could be the possible diagram given set A as the entire Naga City, set B, and set C? So, if I were the one to illustrate, I would use a rectangle to illustrate set A as the entire Naga City. So, entire Naga City includes all the schools, market, the people, hospitals, and a lot more. And then, where am I going to place set B? Will it be outside the rectangle or inside the rectangle? So, it would be inside the rectangles because Peña Francia Avenue is located inside Naga City. So, what are the schools located at Peña Francia Avenue? We have Naga College Foundation, we have Biscas, then we have the next one, our school, Camarines Sur National High School, and then USI. So, therefore, set C will be at the rectangle or inside the circle of set B. It would be placed inside the circle where you put schools located at Peña Francia Avenue. Okay, so let us now have our first lesson. So, lesson 1, representing sets using Venn diagram. So, please pause the video and prepare your module on Venn diagram. Okay, so the objectives for lesson 1, at the end of the lesson, the students should be able to describe and illustrate sets, subsets, and universal sets using Venn diagram. Appreciate the importance of Venn diagram in real life situations. Okay. So Venn diagrams are used in showing the relationships between sets. So it consists of rectangle. So that's the first one. That represents the universal set, and a circle or circles, depending on how many sets were given, inside the rectangle to represent the set or sets. So we'll only be using two shapes, rectangle and circles. Who was the man behind the use of Venn diagram? So we keep on saying what is Venn diagram. So he was this guy. So this guy was named as John Venn. So John Venn. John Venn was an English logician and philosopher noted for introducing the Venn diagram, used in the fields of set theory, probability, logic, statistics, and computer science. Let us have our discussion now on how do we use the Venn diagram. So let us have here the given. The universal set consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And set A consists of elements 1, 3, and 5. So if you notice, we have there a universal set and a set, only two. So what are we going to do? Show the relationship of the universal set and set A using the Venn diagram. So as we all know, if there is a universal set, we are going to use rectangle. And this set, we're going to use circle. I want you to pause the video and show the relationship of the universal set and set A using the Venn diagram. Okay, we now have here the universal set 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And set A consists of elements 1, 3, and 5. So for us to show the relationship between the two, you're going to draw a rectangle. Name it as set U, but you have to take a look on the elements. So if you notice, so element 1 is also the same with set A, element 3, and then 5. So what are you going to do? You're just going to write 2 and 4 on the rectangle, and then you're going to now draw the circle for set A. And name it as set A, and then you're going to write 1, 3, and 5. So that means 1, 3, and 5 are the elements of set A. At the same time, it is also elements of the universal set. Did you get it? Okay. So the elements of the universal set that are in set A are inside the circle, while those not in A are inside the rectangle but outside the circle. So next. Okay, again, we have here the given. The universal set again consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we have set A consists of elements 1, 3, and 5. And set B with an element of 1. So if you notice, we already have two sets and a universal set. So therefore, we're going to view it, we'll be using a rectangle and one rectangle and two circles. Okay, show the relationship of the universal set, set A, and set B using the Venn diagram. Okay, so let us pause the video and draw the diagram. Are you done? Okay, so let us now have, so this is our given. So let us analyze first the elements of the given sets. So all of them, with regards to set A and set B, they have a common element of 1, which is also present in the universal set. At the same time, while 3 and 5 are common with the universal set in set A. Okay, so there is 2 and 4 which are not common to set A and set B. So, the first thing you're going to do is draw the rectangle. Name it as the universal set. Write down the elements that are not found on set A and set B. So, which is 2 and 4. Now, draw set A. Circle for set A. So, what are the elements we're going to write? It would be 3 and 5. Very good. The next one, we're going to draw set B. So, set B will be inside the circle. We're going to draw it inside the circle of set A. So, we'll name it as set B. Then, we're going to write there the element which is 1. So, all the elements in set B are also in set A. So, all the elements in set A and B are in the universal set. So, set B is a subset of set A. So, next, use Venn diagram to represent the relationship of each pair or group of sets. So, let us have your example number 1. The universal set letters in the English alphabet. So, alphabet, English alphabet. So, we have your set C, consists of elements A, E, I, O, U. So, if we generalize this is what we call vowels in the English alphabet. And set D consists of elements E and I. So, how are you going to represent this using the Venn diagram? The universal set, set C, and set D. We're going to draw a rectangle and 2 circles. Are they beside each other? Will they overlap? Or one circle will be inside another circle? Okay. So, you're going to draw first the rectangle as your universal set. So, what are the letters in the English alphabet that are not found on set C and set B? So, we have your B, C, D, and F. We also have G, H, J, K, L, M. We also have N, P, Q, and R. We also have S, T, V, W. And we also have X, Y, and Z. So, those are elements that cannot be found on set C and set B. They are consonants. Then, we now draw set C, but we'll name now this as set C, but we are just going to write A, O, and U, because E and I can be found on set B. So set B will be where? Inside the circle of set C. So we name this as set B, and now you're going to write E and I. So that should be your Venn diagram for example number 1. Second example, the universal set products in the Bicol region. We'll have set E, sili, pilinat, laing, and niyog as the elements. Set J, sili, and niyog. Okay, so let us now represent the relationship of each pair or group of sets. Okay, pause the video. Remember, you're going to draw a rectangle and a circle. There will be 2 circles. Okay, we'll now draw the universal set, but unlike on our example number 1, wherein we enumerate all the elements, here, we're not going to enumerate all the elements because there are many products in the Bicol region, depending on the provinces, municipalities, or cities you belong. So the next one, we're going now to draw a circle, wherein we're going to name it as set E. So what are the elements we're going to write in set E? We'll have pilinat and laing. And the next one, we're going to draw now set B, wherein we're going to write sili and niyog as the elements. Okay. So we have here example number 3. The universal set consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We also have the given set B, consists of elements 2, 4, 6, and 8. We also have set R, consists of elements 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, I want you to pause the video. Okay, so the first one, we're going to draw a rectangle, name it as the universal set. So what are the elements that cannot be found on set B and set R? These are 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so you're going to write it there. Okay, there you go. Next, you're going to draw a circle for set B and set R. So, will it be set R inside set B or not? Okay, not. If you notice, there are no common elements for set B and set R. So, this will be our set B. Then you write there the elements 2, 4, 6, and 8. And set R will be on the side only. We'll have their set R. So we have 1, 3, 5, and 7 as the elements. They are not going to intersect or overlap. At the same time, set R will not be a subset of set B. So they would be, so set B and set R are called disjoint sets. So since there are no common elements between set B and set R. Okay, so I think you are now equipped with knowledge to answer lesson 1, activity 1 on module 1. So I want you to pause the video and answer the activity. At the same time, after you answer it, I will explain some items in the activity. Okay, I think you are now equipped with knowledge on how to answer lesson 1, activity 1 on module 3 under Venn diagram. So please pause the video and answer the activity Afterwards, I will explain some items in the activity. Okay. So, from activity 1, there is a question. Use Venn diagram to represent the following sets. So, set A, consonants, and set B consists of elements L, G, Z, P. Okay, let us analyze the given. So, consonants in the English alphabet, which is also the same with set B. Am I right? So, they are common. So, what do you think? Okay, pause the video. How are you going to draw it? Using the Venn diagram. Okay, so let's see whether you get the correct answer. So first, okay. So first, we draw the rectangle and name it as universal set. So you have to analyze whether set A and set B, will they be subsets, joint sets, or disjoint sets? Ano po? So, ano nang una natin gagawin? Ang unang gagawin, you draw the first circle. Name it as set A. So, if we name this as set A, then after that, we're going to enumerate the elements of set A. So, what are those? So, we have here B, C, D, F, H, J, K, M, N, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And then after that, you can now draw the second circle. So, therefore, set B is a subset of set A. Then you're going to write the elements L, G, Z. Okay, thank you for listening. Let us always aim for the spotlight. Don't forget that. So again, this has been Mamba Dead. Thank you for watching the video. Bye!